Okay, this is Sean Burke. We are going over Chapter 2, your Tools for Healthy Eating portion of your book. So I'm going to help you kind of figure out what is the most important thing in this book, or what I feel is the most important for you to understand in this chapter. So we're going to look at the Tools for Healthy Eating. Some few things we want to look at are what are the dietary reference intakes. So this portion of the book has a big section on DRIs, EARs, RDAs, and all those sorts of things. I'm not going to ask you a whole lot of detailed questions. What I really want you to understand is that recommended daily allowance is how much you should have of something. Tolerable upper intake level is something that you should have no more of, and then the acceptable macronutrient distribution range, which is how much you should have of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Okay, so on page 31, it's got the AMDRs for carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. You need to be familiar with those. Also be familiar with the dietary guidelines for Americans on page 32 and 33. You'll read a little bit, make sure and read about the food guide system and the food pyramid system. You've got one assignment in particular that revolves around the food guide pyramid, so make sure and cover that. Okay, along with how to use your pyramid. Again, you've got an assignment where you do some work on that. Okay, really important is understanding the food labels. So the food labels tell you what's in the package. One of the most important things about the food labels, and you'll see it on page 46 and 47, is that it tells you how much fat, cholesterol, sodium, many other things are in the foods. And I know you can't really see what I just showed you, but you can see it in your book. A couple of really important things. Make sure you notice the serving size for each package, because the package could have 1 serving in it, the package could have 20 servings in it. That's really important. You should be able to tell me how many calories are in a package, how many calories are in a serving, simply by looking at this label. Another really important thing to understand about these labels is that if you look at the very bottom, it says that everything is based on a 2,000 calorie diet. And for some people, 2,000 calories is an appropriate amount. But for some people, that's not enough. For some people, that may be too much. For a very small person that's not very active, 2,000 calories is a bit much. You take someone like myself, that I'm about 180 pounds, and I exercise about 14, 15 hours a week, 2,000 calories is not going to be enough. So the percentage daily value of fat for this food product on page 46 is listed as 18%. Right? Well, that's going to be much less than 18% for me, because I need about a 3,500 calorie a day diet. So make sure you understand that it's all based on a 2,000 calorie diet, which may be appropriate for some people, but not everyone. All right. So I'm not going to really ask you too many questions about the labeling claims, the content claims, health claims, and structure and function claims. I don't really think that's overly important. Let's see. Okay, that's most of the large points of this chapter. That's what they are understanding the food labels, understanding the food pyramid, understanding the appropriate macronutrient distribution ranges. And once again, as always, cover the top 10 points to remember and to test your knowledge. And if you're good at those, you should be pretty much good at everything. All right, thanks a lot.